how would you describe your hair?
I would describe my hair right now as something I'm getting to know better. I will be 55 this summer, and I am very much removing the aunties' voices from my head about what I'm supposed to look like or how I'm supposed to demonstrate myself. So, because my mom and her sisters have bigger, softer curls, everyone always wanted to tell me how much they disliked my hair. Oh, it's wild, it's this, it's that. There was never anything positive really shared about it unless it was in a perm, which I didn't like because I don't like just, yeah, I feel like my body is full, so my hair should be full too. And so now it's something that I appreciate. I'm learning to develop a rapport. And you said something earlier about the cleansing, conditioning, and styling, how it is not a chore. See, I don't feel it's a chore to shampoo my hair. It's usually is this big enough yet? Like, did I really get the, bigness that I wanted? Is it time yet? Or I start paying attention, like I said to you earlier, maybe it's been too many days since it's had water.
Yeah.
So while it might be looking away, I'm feeling like, well, we need to spend time together. We need to become friends again and make sure I appreciate you, so you don't start falling out or breaking off. Things that I would have never cared about before. I would have said, it's just hair.
Yeah.
I can get braids, I can get a weave, I can wear a hat. But I was like, how about just feel good, like how you wake up in the morning, not run from the mirror kind of deal. So we're new friends, we're getting to know each other. I'm always checking in, like, are you okay?
I really love that. Just to piggyback off what you said, I have clients who sometimes name their hair. Like one of my clients, her hair is, she has a name that's called Raya. And it's just she's very into herself, in terms of her hair and, your body, when you want to be in tune with yourself. But it's a very spiritual moment for people when they can be in tune with their body, just as they are with their hair. And so for some people, it might be, hair is just hair, whereas some people really they're in love with their hair, just like they're in love with their body, they're in love with themselves, they take care of themselves, they eat right, they work out, and they do all the things to embody self-care, self-love. And so I just really love that you mentioned, how it's like you're talking to your hair. This is on your head, this is on your body. So why wouldn't we want to love ourselves and our body and our hair and take care of it?
And I have my beautiful 16-year-old daughter that is on the process with me, so I feel like where my mom had different hair, so she didn't understand what was happening, so she couldn't help me that way. I would like to be able to help you that way, so that when we go out into the world and other people start to say what you should look like, or you should wear this, you should do this to your body, that you can already have a set of values and principles that are important to you that you follow, so that you can use that phrase that you use with your brothers often. Oh, I love that for you. Like, that's not for me, but if you want to do that, like, I'll support you, I'll be your cheerleader along the side, but that's not for me. And it took me so long to get to the point where I could say to other people, no thank you. And so I would really like to be a good example of what that no thank you means, so that you don't have to have those same kind of experience. Because I've actually had stylists hit me atop of the head with the comb, like, I'm in charge of this. And I'm like, yeah, this isn't gonna work.
Does anyone recall what my question was?
How would you describe your hair? How would you describe your hair?
How would you describe your hair? It's kind of interesting, isn't it? To be just slightly inquisitive and to not say, well, you have tight curls and this is how we're going to operate today because this is what you're supposed to do with this type of hair.
Right.
Because plenty of people operate that way. This is the standard, this is what you get.
Yeah.
But just by asking that question, it allowed a certain bit of inner reflection, and for me to be downloading information about what shapes this individual and how they view themselves.
Yeah.
So many things. It goes well beyond just a type of hair, doesn't it?
also think you get to get a sense more on who the individual is and who you're working with asking that question. Because sometimes you get so nervous. I mean, I'm more of an introvert too, so I feel like when I meet people, I get so nervous. Like their expectation is going to be so high of me because they watch me for, especially when they're like, I've been watching you for a year, and I'm like, I'm scared. What do you mean? And especially because I don't show up like that either.
Yeah.
And so like it gives you a chance to just like, oh, like I like her energy, and like I feel more comfortable with you.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can say to the group, if you cherry pick one thing that you learned from today that you could immediately apply, that's a total win. Sometimes I walk away from classes and I'm like, what the fuck was that? So hopefully you can download some things where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna try that next time and I'm gonna see how it goes, and I'm actually gonna, if as long as they're okay with it, I'm gonna film it. That way I can track my own progress of how I'm showing